Hello, this will be a demonstration of Proposition 8 from Book 7 of Euclid's Elements, which says that if a number be the same parts of a number that a number subtracted is of a number subtracted, then the remainder will be the same parts of the remainder that the whole is of the whole. We're given two numbers, AB and CD, and we're going to subtract parts from them, AE and CF, such that the number AB is the same parts of CD that the number AE is of the number CF. And what we're going to prove is that the remainder, the number EB, is the same parts of the remainder, the number FD, that the whole number AB is of the whole number CD. We're going to begin by making a number GH, and we're going to set it equal to the number AB, which then means by a property of numbers that the number GH is the same parts of CD that the number AE is of CF. We're just substituting it in from the given. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to take parts of GH such that each part that we take of GH is a part of CD. So we're going to have the numbers GK and KH each be a part of the number CD, and they will be equal parts to AL and LE of the number CF. We know we can do this because the number GH is the same parts of the number CD that the number AE is of the number CF. So there's going to be some part of GH and AE that is a part of CD and CF respectively. So we're going to make the numbers GH and KH be the same part of the number CD that the numbers AL and LE are of the number CF. Now, because the number GK is the same part of the number CD that the number AL is of the number CF, we established that in our first step up here. And because the number CD is greater than the number CF by common notion 5, the number CF is a part of the number CD, not part in the numerical arithmetical sense, but in just the general mathematical sense. So the number CD is greater than the number CF, which means by a property of numbers, we can also say that the number GK is greater than the number AL. So we're going to cut off from the number GK, the number GM, which is equal to the number AL. And this number GM will be such that the number GK is the same part of the number CD that the number GM is of the number CF. Again, because the number GM is equal to the number AL, and we know that the number GK is the same part of the number CD that the number AL is the number CF, again, by our first step. So we can just substitute it in and say that the number GK is the same part of the number CD that the number GM is of the number CF. Now, because the number GK is the same part of the number CD that the number GM is of the number CF by step 3, we can then say by proposition 7.7 that the remainder will be the same part of the remainder that the whole is of the whole, so that the number MK is the same part of the number FD that the whole number GK is of the whole, the number CD. Now, the number KH being the same part of the number CD that the number EL is of the number CF, again by step 1. And again, the number CD being greater than the number CF, again by common notion 5. We can then say by a property of numbers, again, that the number HK is greater than the number EL, which means, again, we're going to cut off from HK the number KN, which is equal to the number EL. And this number KN will be such that the number KH is the same part of the number CD that the number KN is of the number CF. Again, just like our step up here, step 3, because the number KH is the same part of the number CD that the number EL is of the number is of the number CF, we can just substitute it in and say that the number KH is the same part of the number CD that the number KN is of the number CF. And this being so, again by proposition 7.7, the remainder will be the same part of the remainder that the whole is of the whole, so that the number nh is the same part of the number fd that the number kh is of the number cd. And now we have, by step 4, that the number mk is the same part of the number fd that the number gk is of the number cd. And we have just shown in the previous step 7 that the number nh is the same part of fd that the number kh is of the number cd, which means in totality, by a property of numbers, we'd say that the numbers mk plus, the number mk plus the number nh is the same parts of the number df that the number hg, which is the sum of gk and kh, is of the number cd. But we know that the number mk plus the number nh is equal to eb. We know this because when we made the whole number gk and we cut it up into parts, we made gm equal to, we made gm equal to al in our third step, and we made kn equal to le in our first step. And again, because we had made the number gh equal to the number ab, we can subtract these equals from equals, so that we're left with, well, the remaining parts of gh are the numbers mk and the number, mk and nh, and the remaining part of AB is going to be EB, and so these remainders will be equal by combination 3. So the number MK plus the number NH is equal to the number EB, and we had made in our first step the number HG equal to the number AB, and so we can substitute them in by a property of numbers and say that the number EB is the same parts of the number FD that the number AB is of the number CD. And this is precisely what we set out to prove, which means we are done with the proposition, therefore, etc. QED. Now, an example of this would look something like this. Give me a moment to think it through. So let's take 6 is the same parts of 9 that 8 is of 12. And what we proved in this proposition is that the remainder, which is 8 minus 6, will be the same parts of the remainder, that is 12 minus 9, that, for example, 8 is of 12. Now, 8 minus 6 is 2, 12 minus 9 is 3, and this is going to be equal to 8 twelfths, and this is obviously the case that 2 is the same part of 3, that 8 is of, is the same parts, is the same parts of 3, that 8 is of 12, namely 2 1/3 parts. And so we see that this proposition checks out, which is always a good thing to know that your propositions are true. That's all I have to say about this proposition, so I'll end the video here and move on to Prop 7.9.